You're beating nothing. Wait, do it again? Welcome everybody to GTA Online, where my friend Arno and I dressed up as sheriffs to do the law's work and cleanse the city from delinquents. After time well spent in the city, it was time to face the lawless desert in the north. We picked a car consentingly and drove off. And no, it wasn't a completely chaotic ride. We had time to enjoy the forest scenery and the mountain views, and a few missing car components wasn't going to stop us. And yes, I agree, we had a few bumpy moments here and there, but at least we made it to the town in the middle of the desert. The one where this man lives. Soon, Arno realized that a car wasn't going to help us progress in our search for criminals. Therefore, we ditched our vehicle and found some dirt bikes, perfectly suited for the terrain around us. But first, I had to buy a nightstick and a flashlight to properly equip myself. During our first moments of cruising around, we spotted a suspicious campfire. After further inspection, we decided to get rid of the drugs present in the tents by setting C4s. After a job well done, we decided to celebrate, but soon the corrupt police force chased us, while we were casually doing backflips in our motorcycles. After a heated chase, we finally escaped. That was when we found a suspicious train and the driver did not stop after we ordered him to. Our outfits were very clear too, so we decided to tail it. And no, we didn't lose it. After a long chase on the endless track, we concluded that the train was clear of any illegal substance, and we could finally enjoy a well-deserved break. We went to get a drink at the vending machine, but soon, tensions arose in our friendship due to a can of soda. We started fighting and I proceeded to end his life. Surprisingly, Arno respawned but wasted his second chance at life by jumping off the building. We didn't realize that fighting wasn't the right way and made peace instantly. By the way, I did not mention that this has to be the best action in the entire game. The problem was that during the encounter, I'd shot out the tires from one of the motorcycles and the other one went missing. Therefore, I went online and ordered an off-road vehicle to travel the harsh desert. But there was a twist. The car somehow had a very high gravitational pull, and whenever Arno would fly off because he hadn't fastened his seatbelt, it would suck him back, damaging his vital organs. Might be glitching. What happened? Oh, dude, if only you could see my screen right now. As Arno finally sat down, our intuition told us to head back to the city, as it was in danger of drug dealers. The problem was my driving skills, which considerably slowed down the journey back. Nighttime came and we decided to play hide and seek. Where are you? How did you get in there? No! 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 Time was closing in, thus we started our journey back to the city while enjoying the view of the stars. Once we arrived, we changed outfits to go undercover to infiltrate the gang hideout. Now was the time to attack the hideout during daytime, since that's when they least expected. First step was to get an appropriate vehicle. Arno hopped in the back as he had to do the shooting and we went straight to our destination. Soon he fired, which turned the scene into a bloodbath. We realized that we were outnumbered, therefore we tried to escape, but we were surrounded. Consequently, we stayed to remain fighting. Soon our fellow officers chased after us, unaware of the fact that we were undercover. Thus Arno fired off warning shots. We escaped, arguably unscathed. To celebrate our victory, we stayed at the port to start doing stunts. Suddenly, someone claiming to be Thanos used telekinesis on the truck to show off his powers. After I tried to steal his vehicle, he electrocuted me and stormed off. Realizing that the gang we tried to take out still remained, we decided to finish them once and for all. Therefore, we went to the airport to borrow helicopters. Once I found one, Arno got in and we flew up peacefully until he lost his balance and jumped off. I, on the other hand, remained stable and flew until I reached the height limit. Being so high up, I had time to enjoy the night lights. Landing first, I took cover and waited for my partner. It was quite shocking that the gang members didn't realize who I was. I did pull out my gun and kept the same outfit from the last shootout. Being very impatient, I proceeded to shoot Arno's parachute, consequently alerting the thugs. After a brief shootout, the cops arrived and still didn't realize who we were. Helicopters were tailing us, therefore we went to the airport to make the fight fair. But soon the helicopter engine died and we suffered the consequences. Whilst we were loitering around the city, we could sense delinquency happening inside the underground tunnels, so we ordered a vehicle and went through the metro station. It was a bit tight since I'm guessing the entrances weren't made for motorcycles, but once we reached the tracks, there was nothing stopping us, apart from my terrible driving. But we recovered quickly anyways. Once we arrived to the underground construction site, Arno slipped and had to take a trip to the hospital. Meanwhile, I explored further until I needed medical help too. Once we recovered from our ordeals, we got 2 separate motorcycles and went to cover the missed underground areas, meaning we had to search deep inside the sewers. Once we found the exit, we also found crooks in the middle of a drug deal. After an incredible chase, we concluded that everything was a job well done. While we were peacefully enjoying the taste of victory, Arno was tailed and killed by a random player. Therefore, we set out to execute him multiple times. This marked the end of our adventures as sheriffs. Hello viewers, if you made it this far, congratulations. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one in a few years when the world will be amidst a nuclear war. So yeah, see you later.